Renee, and this is The Real in Reality with Renee Graziano. And I have my girlfriend, Caroline Rauseo. Correct.
Correct.
Okay, so I've been saying Russo, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Caroline, how do you say your last name? And she said it for me. So say it for
Rouseo.
the world.
Yes.
Yes,
Rouseo. But
Rauseo.
everybody messes it up. Like literally everybody.
We're just calling her Gorgeous Caroline, okay? We're going to
Yeah.
run with that one. How are you, my girl?
I'm so good. How are you, beautiful?
I'm wonderful. I mean, out here in California, just living.
Yeah. Better than that, right? There's nothing better.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The weather's amazing. The
I'm
vibe is
so happy I could have you. So a little brief, Caroline and I met on a rooftop one day. And I was with a person that I'm no longer with, and we won't even discuss that, but that's how we connected. And it was like this instant friendship, like right there on the spot. Your kids were there. How are the kids?
Sophia's doing great. I had Sophia with me, and I had my nephew and my niece that live out in
correct. Your daughter and your nephew. That's right. That's
so
right.
Great. Yeah, I just have the one like you.
Yes, we both have one. I have a granddaughter now.
Oh my God.
Well, I had her when I saw you. She was brand new. She's 17 months now. And my grandson is going to be 5, and he thinks I'm a mermaid because I sent him sand and shells. And because I can't say, hey, grandma's doing, intense therapy to better her life. I'm just a mermaid.
Yeah.
But there's
nothing like child's imagination.
Absolutely. But speaking of intense therapy, let's jump into the fact that you just did a season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. How was that?
Yes.
For your personality, because you're bubbly and happy.
It was fun. It was interesting. It was, it was something different. First time ever in reality television.
Okay.
It was definitely an experience, to say the least. It's interesting.
Would you continue to do it?
I definitely would. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, when Mob Wives comes back, I'm going to have you on as my guest at my very nice dinner that I'm going to have. And I ran into Teresa. Teresa and I, we just shot we shot a movie for Justina Valentine, and it was
congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. And she, we were talking about you. I was like, I have her on the show. And when she said Caroline, I go, the Caroline, the ally. And she said, I love her. Yeah, she loves you. We were talking about loyalty.
Always gets with Caroline Enzo. When people say Caroline to her, she instantly thinks of her. And then you have to say Rauseo, and then she knows right away.
Yeah. Absolutely. And she spoke so highly of you. And we talked, love and loyalty, because that's, what it's really about. The love and the loyalty. So you had a fun experience on reality TV. That is I've never had fun yet. I'm still waiting 10 years in, and I'm still waiting to have fun.
Come on, have a little fun.
Occasionally, but it's always a lot of drama. For me, it was,
even bigger drama.
Right. Even bigger drama, to say the least. But of course, I'd go back because I'm good at what I do. And basically what I do is what you do. We just be ourselves.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly how you need to be. You cannot put on a show or try to act or anything. You just have to be real. You have to be who you are. You have to be true to yourself. You have to be honest, because you don't want to get caught out there, in some like fugazi lie or some story or something. Just be who you are.
Bullshit. Nobody wants me. Like, you definitely don't want the bullshit, because we do drama in our everyday real lives.
Yes, we do. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna bring up the subject about divorce.
Yeah.
So, I know divorces could be drama, and it's very, very hard to get divorced. So do you want to share, how long were you married for?
I was married for 16 years, almost 17, and we were together for 19 years. Okay. So a very long time, very long time. And as you know, I have Sophia, we have a 16-year-old daughter. She's, she's like the love of my life, and probably the only great thing that came out of it,
Yeah, but you know what? You had, Yeah, I feel you on that one because my son was the only great thing that came out of mine
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
But it was
yeah.
still a learning experience. You know what I
It
mean?
is.
It
It's
prepares us for what we don't want.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Learn, you grow, you mature, and sometimes, unfortunately, you grow apart. I know many relationships that they meet at 15, 16, and they're still happily married. I don't know how, but they
But we don't
are.
know. We don't know if they're really happily married
Yeah,
because they might be
true,
the people that don't tell everybody what's going on.
true,
You know
true.
what I
But they're
mean?
together. So that's somewhere,
Okay.
right? That's
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
you gotta have some sort of happiness with the person, in my opinion, not to
yeah,
leave. There's got to be
yeah,
some good stuff. But and I'm
yes.
sure there were good things that happened in the marriage. But at the end of
Oh,
the day,
wonderful thing. A
right?
lot of fun. Had so much fun together. We do have so many happy, positive memories.
Right.
But it was just time to move on. Let's just say that he was not the most loyal towards the end.
Oh, okay.
As we all know, my number one characteristic that's so important to me, aside from being honest, is being loyal. It
Right.
is, and that's how you and I connected. We discussed that night, and
Right.
you have to be loyal in any relationship. I don't care what it is, if it's a marriage or you're just dating somebody, or it's your friend,
Business, friendship.
friendship, any relationship. Loyalty, I feel, is super important. I mean, especially in a marriage, obviously. You
Right.
don't want your man out there cheating on you.
No, no.
So
I've been through that. My marriage, my only marriage, he just was no good. It was,
yeah,
girlfriend after girlfriend. And I'm not really the girl that's physical. Like I don't want to fight, but I'm going
right,
to
right,
for my family. But I
right.
wasn't
Yeah,
really yes. And I thought it, you know what, Carolyn, I thought it was about my family, but it wasn't. It was my pride. Like I couldn't, it was the ego, that ego that we carry. And we all have an ego.
right.
But there is a
Absolutely.
good, yeah, but there's good ego and bad ego. And at the end of the day, I didn't realize that it was doing more harm to my family than it was, and sometimes you got to let go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That
So
is pretty much what the crossroads that I came to. I was doing the same, fighting, 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 and there was a couple of different situations that I let go and tried to forgive and did forgive, actually.
right.
Never really forgot. You never really get that trust back.
Never.
So as much as you try, you can try so hard, but it's nearly impossible. Once they step out of the marriage, you can't really go back. We
I
did.
I mean, I personally agree with you. There are women that can. I mean, I God bless them if you can. But
Yes,
for me,
on the husband's actions after, but then when
right.
it happens again, it makes it
Mhm.
super hard to keep going forward.
Right.
And I'm the same as you. Family, super important to me, the most important to me. And I come from a very traditional Italian family. My parents did end up separating in the last couple of years of their marriage, which is
Okay.
really odd, but they did.
Right.
But they stayed together. My grandparents stayed together on both sides. So
Right.
I never wanted to break up my family. I just didn't. I would have done anything to keep us together. So I
But that's
stayed.
sad because you would have you were actually, and I'm going to say this, but you were actually willing to not be happy yourself,
Yes,
and that's
yes,
not
exactly.
fair.
Selfless,
Yeah.
selfless. Not fair. It's totally not fair. So that's like another point that I want to make, to all the women out there who are in an unhealthy relationship, or God forbid, a relationship that's toxic. It's not the end of the road for them. You have to. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. You have to be strong. Number one, always, always, have faith. Have faith in God. Have faith in whatever religion, respectful religion.
Yes.
But always know that it's going to get better. It doesn't stay the same. Even if you're in a bad place right now, I can assure you that it gets better. And people told me that over a year ago, and I
Right.
didn't believe it, because I was
Right.
like down and out and not
Sure.
really, I mean, really bad, sad every day, crying every day. And,
I mean, when you're with somebody for 19, 20 years of your life,
exactly.
and then, he also was the provider for the family.
Yeah.
So, it's like you come into this world, like, what do you mean I got to work? You know what I mean? But you told me I could stay home. And then, and what I don't understand about a lot of the men that do that to the women is, you want us to stay home, but then when you want to leave, you want us to take care of the home.
Yeah. And get up and just, I don't know, miraculously in your late 40s, start a career.
Right. But you have.
I did. So years ago when Sophia was only 6, I did want to start a second career. So I have a 4-year degree and I worked for many, many years in marketing and advertising and finance. I was in the city at Lehman Brothers. I definitely had a career prior to him. So that certainly helped me. There's a lot of women that are out there today that never worked and really were solely kept women from, the point when they get married up until, God forbid, when there's a breakup. Right. So for me, it wasn't necessarily that. I did have, 13, 15 years of work experience prior to him. And then when Sophia was small, I said, I want to do something. I want to do something to contribute to the family, something to keep me busy when she goes to school full time. So I did get my real estate license then. So I've had it for about 10 years. Yes. And thankfully, God willingly, I never let it go. I turned it over to a referral status because Franco would always say, you don't have to work. You don't have to work. I make plenty of money for us. I want you to, and he's also, 100% Italian, very strict Italian family. His mom never worked. He didn't want me to work at all.
Right. My mother never worked. My parents were together 58 years.
My real estate license. He did not want me to. But I said, no, I want to get it. It's something that I need to do for myself.
Right.
So I did end up changing it over to a referral status for, 8 or 9 years. I only really kept it for about a year. So thankfully, God willingly, I paid all my dues. And this past summer, which was super hard for me because I was just coming out of this major heartbreak, really not in a good place at all. But I figured out how to get my license reactivated. I had to take 30 continuing education credits, which was not easy, like 4 to 5 long classes. I did it. I did that while simultaneously filming for the New Jersey Housewives, which was so hard because that was my first time with cameras in my face and a reality TV show and all of that. So one of the biggest
reality TV shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like within all, like the women are just, there's some mouthpieces on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you also had to put your
women. They're all very strong. They have very strong personalities, every one of them.
Right.
Not coming from the place that I was in and being thrown into that while trying to get my life back together. It was tough, very tough. Right. So I'm like, pat myself on the back. I give myself a lot of credit for everything that I went through and everything that I accomplished. So yeah.
Well, congratulations. But you know what? So
thank you.
If there were like 3 things that you could tell a woman before, I'm going to ask you before, during, and after, what would be the 3 things you would tell her before she gets married?
Oh, definitely make sure you know the person inside and out. Don't rush it. Don't get married. I honestly feel like you don't truly, truly know a person for at least a minimum of 2 years. They don't even start to show their true colors in the first 6 months to a year. Everyone's on their best behavior. So certainly
you meet the representative.
Exactly. 2 years minimum before you even begin to get engaged. And if you could, if your family allows it, live with them first.
Okay.
Because, you learn a lot about a person when you're living with them, right? You learn about all their little idiosyncrasies and their odd little ways and their habits.
Their secrets.
Yes. Whether they're a slob or they're clean or whatever they do, throw their socks on the side of the bed and expect you to pick them up. You learn a lot about them. So you definitely need to live with them if you could. So that's prior. And also know their family, right?
Oh,
I think that plays a big part. Really, really get to know them.
My nose is itchy. I'm going to get into a fight. You know how that us Italians say when the nose is itchy?
When the nose itches. Yeah.
Oh my God, my nose is itchy. Who do I go and see over there? Yeah, right. So during the marriage,
communication is like first and foremost so important. You have to talk about everything, because marriage is definitely not easy, right? As we both know, it's not. It can be a job at times. So I feel like you to just talk about everything, and hopefully you have a communicator, and you'll know that within the 2 plus years that you get to know them. Make sure they communicate, because if they don't, if they hold things in and then they go out and cheat on you to get back at something that you did 3 months prior that you don't even know you did, it's definitely not going to end well. So communicate and just work on things if you could. And then after getting divorced, I would just say strength. Be strong, believe in yourself. Don't think that it's going to end there, and don't give up. Don't ever give up. Keep moving forward. Take up a hobby. Make a lot of new friends. Go out. Keep yourself busy. Socialize. Super important. And just keep yourself uplifted.
Yeah, I think for me, the advice I would give would definitely be like you, make sure you know the person completely. But I would also say, make sure they have a job.
Yeah.
And they pay taxes. Make sure that they do that, because
check their credit while you're at it.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know what's when it says, what is it? Significant other? It means sign if they can't. So you know what? I would have to say, make sure that they have a really good job and they're a good provider, but also that they are that they are emotionally in touch with themselves. I think those are things that we don't look at. I think they are. It's the truth. Like it's like, get to know the person. So during those years that you're together, like get to know, even if you got to take like a relationship class or something. And I was never one of those people, just, okay, we're getting married, but that's what it is. But now looking back, I would say, my last experience was with the complete narcissistic asshole. And I think
there's a lot of that.
You know what? This social media world is destroying good relationships and good people. But I think while being married to somebody, I would definitely have to say, for me, it would be the way that they interact with their children. Like, I noticed like family days became less. And there were some things. I mean, I should have seen everything. I should have walked out of my marriage because he was abusive. But and that would be like the key for me was the first time he puts his hands on you.
Yeah.
Walk out. Wow. If you don't have a father that's going to break his hands, you need to get out of that relationship. Because
that's right.
I mean those are for me personally. And I think with divorce, I would have to say, and make sure you have your own career. I agree with you.
Oh, yes.
Because if they're not they want to keep you
up your career. It is like, that is so important. Yeah. Make sure you have your own.
Yeah. And make sure you have solid friends.
Yes.
Because you're right. That's socializing. We could socialize, but the people that are going to be there. That's why, me and Teresa would talk about love and loyalty. You know what I mean? And that's what
because, Renee, there's so many people out there that are so disloyal. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, I had a friend, I was friends with her for 3 years, and she stabbed me in the back. You never really, you don't really know a person. You really truthfully cannot trust anybody 100%, right? You want to believe in them, but you really can't. And Teresa and I, we talk about it literally every time we talk, because it's so important to both of us. Loyalty. And she's so loyal to me, and I'm so loyal to her. Like, she's one of the people.
She said it to me. She definitely adores you. And we did talk about loyalty, because for me, that's like, my company is built, it's loyalty is everything. That's what it is. And for me, but what loyalty spells, if you took the first letter of every word, it spells lie. And what I'm finding out, this is my company, and I'm finding out that loyalty is everything to me, but the person next to me, it's a lie. So you really have to be careful who you put into your circle. And, I was always the very friendly, like, I want the big, everybody,
Yeah.
but now at
Yeah.
52, I'm saying to myself, no,
Yep.
not
You
everybody
wise up.
yeah, not everybody deserves me. And like,
No.
not everybody deserves you.
Exactly. Very few people deserve us, our energy, our loyalty, our kindness, our goodness. We're very similar people. I know that's why
Yes.
we hit it off like immediately, instantly, within
Yes.
just a minute in the
Yep.
elevator, right?
Yep. In
Just
the elevator, we were just like friends. It's like, okay, all right, you're cool, we're cool, we're cool. And you know what I mean? And we've kept in
yes.
touch. And it's
Yeah.
over. It's almost a year ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. It was. You're right. Just
but
about a year.
you
And
have great
I agree that
energy.
there's not many people that deserve that good energy. You have to really
Absolutely.
watch. Keep your circle super small and really know you have to really know the person, and you absolutely have to try to be able to trust them,
Right.
the
You
best of
have to. You
yeah.
can't walk around like I walk around like I don't trust nobody. They named
Yeah.
the whole entire season with a statement I made was trust nobody. But
Yeah.
and that's sad
Yeah.
because, for me, I had to, and the last relationship, I had to let my guard down
Yeah.
only to, excuse my French, but only to get shitted on
Yeah.
for a lack of better words. But that's basically what I had to go through. So I thought it was cute. Like I wore my God versus my enemies because we
I
met.
love it.
Yes. Yeah. This company is covered by God. You have to look, they have amazing things
I love
on the
it.
web because it's the truth. My
Yeah.
God versus my enemies. All right.
You're right.
Because I know God loves me like he
Absolutely.
does you. So, we're covered. And I
Yes.
feel that same way about Teresa too.
Yes.
I know a few of the wives. I've met Dolores, Melissa. Everybody's always been really, really nice to me and kind. But I know reality TV is someone's like, oh, is that made up? No, some people just really are who they are, and some people are no good. And the guests
Yeah.
that I just had here, like we were talking about it, you can't have good without bad. You can't have
Right.
happy without sad because we wouldn't know the opposite. But tell us where we can find you when we're looking for property and where we can look for you with the property.
So I work for Exit Realty East Coast. They're located in Homedale. We're opening up a new office in Red Bank, which I'm super excited about because it's
Yes.
so close to my house. And I focus mainly on, I can do real estate all over New Jersey, but
Right.
I tend to stay in my area. It's just more convenient for me. So I'm in Monmouth County, but I also focus on Ocean County. So Monmouth and Ocean County.
I'm
And
exit 98.
oh,
Right,
really?
yes, I'm right by
Oh,
you.
didn't even know this.
Yes,
Were you in 98 when we first met?
Yeah, I've been when my dad passed away, my mom is down the shore. So my sister's down the shore, her restaurant's down the shore.
Gotta
So
get together in summer. Absolutely.
I will be home in like 2 weeks from
Oh my
California.
gosh,
So
we're definitely having lunch. I can't wait. You'll have to
yes,
just
we are.
call me.
I
So
most certainly will.
that's where I focus, single family
Okay.
homes, listing, buyer's agent, whatever. And then I also am a social media marketer for Modere. So what
Okay.
Modere is, they're like a holistic company and it's a wellness company. So
Yes,
they have
it is.
a wealth of products. They mainly focus on, they have like their household, they have their skincare, but their biggest product is their collagen, their anti-aging.
Hello. Okay.
All
So
trying to stay young.
yes. So the
39.
woman,
I
yeah,
know.
right. So the woman that this is her studio, Candace Barr, she put me on to Modere and sent me this huge.
Oh, you're taking it.
It's fun. I have to go home and really
Amazing.
like get involved with it because I haven't, being that I was traveling. But I mean, she's all about the health and the wealth. So I
Yeah.
love that you do it as well because it's a
Yes,
great company.
yes. Yeah, it's an amazing company. It's actually run by a woman, which I love. And it was ranked the fifth fastest growing company, but run by this woman. And I think that was rated by, gosh, I can't think of the, Forbes. Forbes rated it.
Hey.
fastest growing company. So they've been around for many, many years. They kind of do what their products are based upon are all clean, organic ingredients, no chemicals, which is so important. Very little sugar, no processed sugar, refined sugar. And their collagen line, like I was saying before, is insanely amazing. It is so good for you. I know there's a lot of different forms of collagen on the market, but most of them are. This is the only liquid collagen, and it absorbs into your bloodstream so quickly. I believe it's 6,000% more, or at a faster rate than the powder. It is so good.
Well, so we all need our collagen.
Yeah, you cannot live without collagen.
That's the only collagen I'm taking.
Not that we're old, but preserve, as much as we can.
Absolutely.
So it is truly amazing product. So if they can find on my Instagram, I have my referral code if they want to become a customer of mine. I also have on my Instagram, Caroline Rauseo, I have my real estate link on there as well. That'll bring them to my real estate page, so they can find me on that as well.
Well, thank you. And what would be the advice for the young woman coming up that is starting a career in being an influencer? I'm sorry.
For an influencer?
One second, Caroline, 1 second. Okay, I got you. Go ahead. What would be?
I would say like a pointer for an influencer.
Yeah,
you have
give
to
me
be consistent. You have to be super consistent. Consistency is key. The more you post and talk about it and become, really absorbed in it, the more money you'll obviously make. That's the way that Modere works, at least.
Right. But also there's that other company, what was it called? Monet, the hairline. That's another one. That would be, I guess, the hairline compared to the Modere of the health. Yes, absolutely. Because that's also another brand that is by a woman, one of the fastest growing. Yeah. I have a girlfriend, Claudia, that does it. And it's absolutely amazing.
She does well?
Oh, does she ever? She does extremely well. So you know what?
Yeah, you could actually make a 6-figure salary on it. It's not.
She does.
And what they have, which is also very interesting, besides just selling it yourself and marketing it yourself, you can build a team, which I started to do. I recently signed on 2 people to work, alongside of me, not really, beneath me, alongside of me. We work together. We do marketing calls, and, I kind of just keep them motivated. If I hear something that they didn't, I always pass along the information. It's like a really nice,
like a family.
Like a family. It really is.
I have
me up. They always constantly share things with me and keep me in the loop, go out for cocktails, and we became good friends.
Well, that's female empowerment. We got to pay it forward to the next, and
always talk about empowerment. It's super important. All females support one another. Never break one down. No. Be there for them. Be supportive.
Unless you're doing reality TV.
Yeah.
I'm only joking.
A little bit.
But I want to thank you so much for coming on The Real in Reality with Renee Graziano. And when I get back, we'll do maybe, what we could do? We'll go to like a couple different spots. We could film it. We could do a second little episode together of us being single, because I'm a single mother, you're a single mother, about getting out there and starting over. So I look forward to seeing you when I get back, my girl.
I can't wait to chat again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Glutathione is a big word. It's the body's own master antioxidant. It's a scavenger for free radical, bacteria, and viruses. There are no products in the market with the ingredient NASET. NASET increases the production of glutathione that's in our body already to strengthen and enhance our immune system, elevate sense of well-being, support muscle strength and endurance, cognitive function, and liver support. It helps with increased energy and blood sugar regulation. Get your bottle of GSH Plus from www.salvationnutra.com.